Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classics as Non-Classics. This is episode number 1326 and Doubleshot number 1220. I have two trades featuring the Punisher. Yep, the Punisher. First up, we have the Punisher from the Matthew Rosenberg run, and this was the most recent run of the book. This is the first three trades to collect Punisher Volume 11. Yes, Volume 11. This book collects the first 5 issues of this run. Now, oddly enough, this relaunch kind of didn't make any sense. Well, this was relaunched as part of the Fresh Start initiative. Though this is part of though this technically, aside from being a restart, it's just a continuation of what Matthew Rosenberg was doing with the Punisher. Yep. Now, unlike his previous issues, where he was basically the new War Machine, here he's back to basics. Of course, this is the first trade to collect. This is World War Frank. And the Punisher is on a massive killing spree. In the opening issue, and I know Fred Henniger probably didn't like this very much, he killed the Mandarin in the opening issue. Now, normally, I think some people might actually praise him for that, but in universe, they wrote him up as a freaking terrorist. Here's the thing. Punisher is a vigilante, not a freaking terrorist. If he was a terrorist, he would be blowing up buildings with innocent civilians. Punisher does not kill innocent people at all. And here's the thing. The Mandarin is being presented as representative of Biagula, a country that's run by supervillains. And here's the thing. The ruler of the country is Baron Zemo, a Nazi. Yes, a former Nazi. Like, he's not as notorious as, let's say, the Red Skull, but he is notorious. So, Punisher at one point gets arrested by the police. Like, he actually confronts superheroes a couple times in the book, though mostly he confronts people who actually are not on the Avengers team. People like Luke Cage. At one point, also, he encounters Daredevil for a couple issues. He also encounters Iron Fist, the Winter Soldier, despite back in the last book, he pretty much freed him. And he also encounters the Black Widow. Now, the thing with Nick Fury is, basically, he mentions in here that he's not with S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist. Now, that's something that I think is a big question mark right there. If he's not with S.H.I.E.L.D., then how the heck is he going backing to do whatever the heck he wants? As far as I can tell, Nick Fury's agent of nothing. Because after Secret Empire, they got rid of S.H.I.E.L.D. After it had been a constant presence in the Marvel Universe since it was restored back in 2011. It was gone after 6 years. Why in the world they decided to do this for, I have no idea. Maybe because, basically, Hydra took over the country, and some people probably thought, though, oh, Hydra associated with S.H.I.E.L.D., despite the fact they're not. Not really, no. So, yeah, Punisher goes to killing spree, and he also encounters frickin' Jigsaw. Yes! The first time he's encountered Jigsaw since, 2012. Yes. 2012. This came out in 2018. Yeah, Punisher's first encounter with him in 6 years. You see, the last time Punisher saw Jigsaw, he fell into a burning warehouse, supposedly killing him. Yeah, Punisher has tried to kill Jigsaw at least 2 or 3 times over the years, and yet somehow he keeps coming back. And Punisher's like, wait, you can't be alive, you're freaking dead. And he should be. He got killed off in the Punisher in the Blood miniseries, which, now, it wasn't 2012, it was actually in, I believe it was 2011 when he killed him off. So, when he showed up here, was the first time in 7 years he's seen him. How in the world did Jigsaw manage to survive without any burn marks on him is questionable at best. And he's dragged to Biagula in the end of this thing. But it's a good start to a really good run. Because mostly put, Matthew Rosenberg's run is simply put this. Punisher redeemed himself for working with Hydra. Because Hydra plays a big part of this book, so there's that. Plus, I love the fact they kept the classic logo of Punisher, which I thought that was so cool. Because, here's the thing. I'm glad the fact they went back to this classic logo, because if you look, let's say, here's Emerson's run. That's the Punisher logo he had for his run. And over here, you had the logo for the Becky Cohen run, which was the same logo, that Marvel kept even after she left. And now we're back to the classic logo. I like this logo better because, well, it looks awesome. Better than the one they had before this, which was simply like the Punisher name where it's crumbling at the bottom. It's not exactly a good look for Punisher. And I'm not really sure why they kept this logo for two different writers. But then here you're like, yeah, back to classic stuff. But for the start of this run, it's good. Get this book roughly 9.5 out of 10. It's a damn good book. And I can't wait to get my hands on the last 2 trades of this run. Yeah, there's believe about 2 more trades of this damn thing. Now, the problem with Punisher over the years, I would probably say since the end of the second volume for the series, and with the exception of the Punisher Max book, I would say in the last 15 years, per se, Punisher has had this difficulty of maintaining an ongoing series. Because, with the exception of like 2 of them, a lot of them get canceled after just maybe about 15, 16 issues. Lasts for like a little over a year and gone. Completely. Now, I'm not really sure why that is. It could be due to low sales. I would say probably the longest book, basically, of Punisher is Punisher War Journal, published from 2006 to 2008. That lasted for 26 issues. And once the book ended, it seemed as though every book since then, it seems as though once you get a 20 issue mark, basically it was a couple books after I got 20 issue mark. One was the Rick Remender run, which ended for 21 issues. And there's also an Emerson run, which was 20 issues. This is basically the same as Greg Rucka's run, which that was 16 issues. It's like 1 issue shorter. Now, moving on to a different Punisher book. Then you're probably thinking, wait, this is the Punisher? Yeah, it's Punisher. The Cosmic Ghost Rider. This is Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yes, this is the third of a 3-thing miniseries for the Cosmic Ghost Rider. First is his own self-titled miniseries, and then it's him destroying the Marvel Universe. Now it's this. Now in this book, mostly putting just a Ghost Rider just doing his own thing in modern day. Also, at one point, he loses the Zorto stuff to Mephisto. Yes, loses to Mephisto. And also, there's a supporting characters miniseries. Who is it? It's Cammy. Yes, a character who was last seen in the Drax ongoing series, which that got canceled after 11 issues. If you remember who actually wrote that series, it was Colin Bunn and former WWE wrestler CM Punk wrote the damn thing. It was a really good series that got canceled after 11 issues. Yeah, Marvel has this thing where they cancel good series a lot of the time due to low sales or simply just for no reason at all. And basically, now on the back of the book, you have supposedly counted Thanos in here. No, he doesn't count Thanos in here. At the end of the book, he doesn't count the present day Punisher. When Punisher found out about him, he's like, they just kept bragging about you, so I gotta see what all you about. Also, at one point, when he loses the Zorto stuff, he pretty much goes to, like, the classic Mike Zeck look with the white gloves, which I thought was so cool. Especially because it's a sleeveless look, but I'm glad I went to that look briefly. And they fought, and then Cosmic walks away. And Punisher's like, I don't want to see you ever again. He only met you once. But my guess is the reason why they did this is because it was necessary. Now, the original miniseries, that was done by Dennis Hope. That was done by Danny Cotis, who was the creator of this character. This is done by Dennis Hopeless. Yeah, he's the one who wrote this. As a matter of fact, a lot of the time lately, his actual last name, Helm, is usually published on the title, but they usually keep Hopeless, so I think it's a pen name for him. The artwork in here is done by Scott Hepburn. Now, Danny Cotis writes a story in here, which is Semper Fight, which I believe is the backup story in here, where Punisher encounters, he encounters his 616 counterpart. I think that was done by, this was done by Danny Cotis. I hate what does this. There we go. But yeah, here he is, basically Punisher, 616 Punisher, encountering the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Because after all, he's a future version of the Punisher. And presumably this particular scene is set right after the Challenge of the Ghost Rider storyline from Avengers. Which also featured, well... which also featured basically the Cosmic Ghost Rider encountering the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider and Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, which is a really good story arc. As miniseries altogether, it's actually pretty damn good. It's mostly a lot of cosmic-based stuff. I mean, aside from Cammy and the Punisher, not really a lot of noteworthy characters show up in here, but mostly probably just, well, Cosmic Ghost Rider just basically punish people. Also, one of the cool things about the character is the fact that he rides on a motorcycle in space, thinking he's freaking Lobo. I don't know. Maybe the Cosmic Ghost Rider is supposed to be Mars' version of Lobo. Who knows? But I give this book roughly a 9.5. It's a damn good miniseries. And it's a shame, though. This is actually the most recent thing that Marvel did with the character. And this is after his story arc guest star appearance in Avengers. Oh, in case you're curious, though, this book is like dirt cheap. It's like $15.99. The Punisher book, this book here, same price, $15.99. Yep. Now, that came out in 2018. This, I believe, came out in 2019. Let me look up here. Oh, yeah, it came out last year. Yeah. Now, if you're curious, so what was the first miniseries? This one right here. And here's the second one. Though, the thing is, the first miniseries is not the first appearance of the character. His first appearance is the Danny Coates issues of Thanos. He made first appearance issue 13, which was Danny Coates' first issue. And that's where the character first showed up. Where you have Thanos meeting his future version of himself. Yep. That's the first show. I will eventually review Thanos because that was a really damn good series. They got canceled 18 issues in a name. It had two writers. Jeff Lemire, who wrote the first 12 issues, and the last section done by Danny Coates. I will eventually get the stuff, or at least forget them at some point, but it was a really good series. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This book, it's pretty fun. Not as good as basically Thanos, but it's a good book. Excuse me. That's it for Circular Review. Next one. The 150th episode for the movie review. Discussing by far the worst Spider-Man film ever made. Amazing Spider-Man 2. No, I'm not going to talk about the live action from the 70s. No desire to review that damn thing. Okay? Video. Bye.